Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good?
Yo, what's up?
Welcome, everybody, to the Keep It 100. It's episode 3, where we are just honestly here today to just get to know my boy, Keyboardgrinder. You know what I'm saying? My boy, we're going to ask him a couple of questions, get to know him a little bit. You know, y'all know how we do it around here. If y'all seen episode 1 and 2, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name's Winston. Keyboardgrinder is just my stage name, and I'm a piano player from Vancouver, Canada. I currently stream on Twitch too, and that's how me and Big Dog met. Yeah, I'm here to just chill and just talk about my Twitch experience.
Ooh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. I just honestly wanted to invite you onto here and just pretty much to get to know your streaming experience and when did you actually get an interest into streaming? What gave you that initiative?
Well, I first started watching Twitch when my friend, who is also a jazz pianist, he started streaming on Twitch, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." I knew about Twitch back then, but I never really watched anything. So my friend just got me into it, and it just kind of made me think, "Hey, what if I started streaming too?" And this was during COVID, right? So I didn't have much to do. I'm a full-time musician. I teach, I play gigs and stuff. So I was like, why not? Why don't we just start streaming? Yeah, it was like 2021, I think, February, around that time.
Okay, that's what's up. So pretty much kind of COVID and watching your homie, and then you're like, well, I mean, it ain't nothing else to do. I might as well just get it started. And then
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you actually started, though, were you like nervous before hitting that first go live? Like, how did you prepare yourself for that first stream?
Well, for the first 3 months, I had basically no viewers, like maybe one or two. And I just saw it as like an opportunity for me to stay in shape on the keys. And so I just, pretty much took it like a practice session. So I just, practiced on stream. If someone did come by and ask for a request, then maybe I'd play a request or something. But it was just mostly me kind of jamming out, just keeping in shape. And yeah, I had like a few friends that maybe came by once in a while, but it was mostly just me and a couple bots.
It'd be like that. Those bots do be
Yeah,
coming through like
yeah.
that. So, has music just always been like a part of your life, like ever since you was young, or like what kind of
Yeah.
how did music get into your life?
I'd say it's always been a part of my life. Jazz, I got into maybe late high school. But I've always been into music, playing piano and stuff. Yeah, it's just been always been a big part of what I do, and all my friends too love music, do jam sessions, go to concerts together, stuff like that.
So I low key, I think I told you this before, but I did used to play the drums a lot. Like that was the first when I was young. My mom was like, "Yo, you gonna be on some type of instrument, whether that's singing or piano or drum set." And I was like, I kind of like the drums, so she had put me into drum classes, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Mhm.
Really wish I could keep up with it, but man, like when it comes to keeping up with the actual how much the stuff costs and replacing stuff, I was like, wow, this is a
Yeah.
lot. So
Did
do
you play in
you?
school or?
Oh,
Sorry,
actually,
I know
no,
you're
no,
the
you good.
interviewer, but I'm a bit curious too.
So I actually did play in school. I was in band, which is it was two different ones, like the marching band, and then it was the like concert band. I think it was. Yeah.
Mhm,
So I was in both of them, and I used to play
mhm.
the drum set, just the snare, and the quads. So I low key got a fair share of percussion. The only thing I kind of sucked at was the xylophone, because sometimes reading the notes was my problem.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
But when it comes to percussion, I was like, okay, I can read those notes. But yeah, so if I ever saw piano notes, I would probably be like, what do I do? Like, what is going on? But yeah, definitely music has definitely been a part of my life as well. And I like that about it. I think we can definitely connect on that, which is good.
Yeah, I asked that because, for me, school band was the way I kind of really got into the scene. Even before, I went to college for music, but even before that, I was kind of in the scene because of school. We do all these collaborations with other schools and stuff. And when I got to college, I kind of already had a network of people that I knew. So I kind of thank, the school system for getting me into just the whole scene here. Well, I come from a jazz background, so that's kind of where my origin is for the love of music. But um,
You like jazz? I'm sorry, I had to. I had to. I had to. how did you feel, or how did you like stay motivated even though you knew that like, hey,
Mm.
this time some people may not come or whatever? How did you stay motivated?
I think just thinking of it as like practice for myself. I was just thinking, okay, I'm just gonna play and try and keep in shape for myself. And if people want to watch it, they can watch it. If they don't, I still get something out of it by getting a good practice session out of it. So that was my mindset at first. And then when I started getting like a couple of viewers, that's when I started kind of taking requests and trying to play something that people know. There's a lot of gamers on Twitch, so I started learning like video game music. And prior to Twitch, I loved video game music, but I never thought of like incorporating it into my playing.
So you kind of just, hey, I'm doing this for myself in the beginning. And then once you saw that people were like kind of interested in, hey, oh, this person, he can play, and they start requesting the little
Mhm,
gaming songs, and you're like, I can figure it out. I can do it. You ended up
mhm,
doing it. And now it actually grew you as a person, and now you can play
for
more.
sure.
Did it like teach you any like, so it taught you like new techniques as well, right? I feel like with that being said, you seem like a person that is actually comfortable with being out of your comfort zone because you're open minded. You're kind of like, I'll give it a try.
It depends. It depends. Like sometimes, like there's still times where I feel like definitely like, oh, I've been exposed. Like my playing has been exposed.
Like,
Um,
oh.
like even like I don't know, like someone would show me something like really hard. Like, for example, like I have a show coming up tomorrow and this guy chose just like the hardest music and we actually have a rehearsal today and I feel like I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Oh,
But
what were some like obstacles that you hit early on when it came to your streaming?
I would say like getting rated by like a big streamer for the first time was pretty nerve-wracking for me. I'm sure you've experienced that too. Or just like a big streamer comes out of nowhere and you're just kind of like, oh, what should I do? So yeah, the first time I got rated by like a bigger streamer, was I think it was like 6 or 7 months into streaming. It was like 500 people or something, and all these people started like requesting, "Yo, play Zelda, play this, play that, play that, play that," and like I got all these messages saying like, "Yo, play this song," and I just kinda got overwhelmed, and I was like, "Okay, I'll play something for the raider who rated," and like I can't accommodate everyone, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so
no, I definitely get that, bro. Bro, when I got rated by a big shoe, I was just like, my eyes got big. I was like, oh my god.
yeah, indeed.
On the early grind, did you ever like want to give up or quit or anything?
I did have like a burnout at one point because I was streaming like every day for like at least 4 hours. I was streaming every single day. And at that point, I was just like, okay, this is a this is a bit too much. Maybe I need a break. So I took a break and then I came up with like a schedule that I could like manage a bit better because at that point things were starting to open up a little bit. I was starting to get a couple more gigs. I was getting busier. So then I made a schedule and that kind of like locked me in.
So I guess the turning point, was pretty good for you. You kind of already had a solution. Your friends were there to help you. I definitely can tell that you have a passion for this, and you're working towards growing this and building the brand up as well, which is amazing. Like, dude, I swear, every time I see you on, I'm like, okay, I gotta open it up and just relax, and it's so soothing. So serious. When did you like get hit with that kind of like, okay, well now I'm technically like I'm a streamer now.
Um, I don't know if there's like a single point that kind of defined me as a streamer, but I felt comfortable streaming just from the start, just because there was no viewers, right? So I had a lot of time to kind of get comfortable on camera.
Obviously over time, people always grow and develop. What were some like big upgrades that really evolved your stream?
I would say when I got this program called Keyscape on my music program, we call it Digital Audio Workstation. It's basically what I work out of with all the sound and stuff. Keyscape is basically a really good piano virtual instrument, and it actually sounds better than my keyboard sounds. So basically, like this keyboard has its own sounds, but Keyscape is our sounds from like the computer, and I'm just
Hmm.
kind of triggering those sounds with this keyboard as a controller. So I'm not actually using this keyboard sounds. All the sounds are coming from the computer.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, yeah, so this is what it sounds like. I don't know if you guys can hear. So yeah, this is like arguably the best piano virtual instrument out there. Some people would argue there's other ones that are just as good, but I personally like this one.
Yeah, that is definitely pretty. I didn't know that either. I thought it was from the piano.
No, no,
Car.
this is just a controller basically. But this
Yeah.
piano does have its own sounds. It's just not as good.
That's crazy. That's fire to me. I ain't gonna lie, like that's actually kind of tough. So yeah, that actually is a really good upgrade then, and it makes it sound, and you can control the sound. That's how you connect it to OBS, and oh my gosh, it's just
Exactly, exactly. And
amazing.
also, I guess my camera would be another big upgrade.
So when are we gonna get that play league with your piano?
I'm gonna get flamed like crazy. That's not the game to do it, man.
For real. Why do you continue to stream now? Like, is there a goal you're going for, or what keeps you going?
Well, I feel like I have like a pretty strong community that kind of supports me, and I'm really grateful for them. And I don't want to like, just disappear or anything because I feel like, they enjoy my music and I enjoy talking to them too and getting to know them. It's kind of like a two-way street. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely the community for
yeah.
sure. And I'm sure you kind of resonate with that too.
Oh,
So
100%. Even though they troll me, get on my nerves, always talking about me, even though, I'm like I'm a goat, but they always tell me that I'm not. And when I was playing, what would you tell your day one self?
I would say don't be afraid to play like other types of music because day one I was only playing jazz. I wish I kind of got into, video game music a bit earlier, but it's cool because, I felt like I learned a lot from people coming to my stream and, requesting songs that I had no clue of, right? So, yeah, I guess maybe not overworking myself and streaming like every single day.
Yeah, I was like that too. I'm guilty.
But yeah, when you first start streaming, it's super exciting, right? It's new, and then you meet so many people, right? It's so you just want to keep going, right?
Yes. Yes, I do. I get that. I used to, bro, I was so excited. I'm like, I can't wait to get home. I'm about to go live. I'm about to set
Yeah.
this up. Like, if you watch my older streams, I always have the biggest smile on my face, like all teeth showing. Like, dude, I swear, if
Yeah.
I
How
ever,
long have you been streaming?
oh my god, I've been streaming for like, I remember when I was streaming on my PS4.
Oh,
Honestly,
okay.
my girlfriend at the time, she wanted to watch me play, and I was like, I don't know how to like get you to watch me. And then I looked it
Mhm.
up, and it was Twitch. And so I've had my account for about like 5 years, I think, or something like that. So
Mhm.
I ended up streaming on my PS4, and I was like, oh dang, wait, stream like Twitch and streaming is like, I don't know, people do this. Like, I was like, oh, like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. And then I started getting other people coming in to my stream, and they were like talking to me. And you know me, I'm like, I'm too goofy. So I like making friends. So I was talking back to them, laughing and joking. And we ended up playing games together. So I started off like I said, like about 5 years ago. And when more people started to come in, I kind of like it's like, okay, let's get into it. And I started doing more research. I started learning more. And then I took a break. I went to college, and I was like, I'm not taking my
Mhm.
PS4. I'm like, I need to lock in at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I locked into school, when I was done with school, like when I was done with my schoolwork, I was so bored. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. I will go to the gym, and I'm back home. I was still so bored because I didn't really like going out to party as much, but I would every
Mhm.
once in a while. But I ended up getting my PlayStation back, and then started back up streaming.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's been on. It was on and off in the beginning, but now I've been like actually like enjoying it, building and connecting, and now I enjoy talking to other streamers and figuring like kind of like learning their stories
Mhm,
on
mhm.
how they started. So yeah. Do you remember like your first game that you like played?
I was always into League, and believe it or not, when I started streaming on Twitch, my half of my streams were music, and then the other half was League of Legends.
What?
Yeah,
And then
yeah. Not
Wait.
many people I know not many people know that about me, but I used to be like a half game, half music streamer. Yeah.
Dang, what made you take out like the league?
I just felt like when things are going good in the game, I was chatting and stuff, but when things are going bad, I'd be just so quiet. I don't wanna talk to anyone.
Yeah, bro,
Like,
dude. Okay,
just seeing the chat messages on my screen pissed me off, like, I didn't wanna talk to any of them.
dude, that's how toxic
So,
league is,
I
bro.
was like, "Okay, this is not good. I don't wanna show this side of me, so I'm just gonna do music and try to, like, pretend I'm just a super chill dude."
Super
So,
chill. Yeah, I never get like that,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I don't even think I'll rage at league, right, guys? Do you have any favorite streamer snack that you like to like have just around you if in case you get lost?
Oh, I forgot to get it, but, there's this, like, little micro mint called Mintia, which I always ate that on stream, and I ate it so much that people in my chat were like, "I'm gonna go buy this." It's a mint from Japan. It's called Mintia.
My go-to snack, they would probably say is like a honey bun or fruit snacks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Honey bun?
A honey bun. You never had a honey bun?
I've never had a honey bun.
Yo! Do you
Yeah.
actually have like a dream collab? Like someone you want to collab with?
I do have a couple, like, streamer heroes that I do wanna collab with. They play piano. One of them, his name is Rob Araujo. He's
Oh,
from Portland, Oregon, but he's currently in LA, I think.
hmm.
And he has, like, a really, like, chill, almost lo-fi vibe, which I like. And he streams on Twitch too. He doesn't stream, like, that much, but he has a really cool, setup, and I like his style too. That's him.
Have you ever had like any like crazy donations, gifts, moments that
Oh,
you were like, oh my God, like
in terms of subs, I think the most I got was 50 subs at once. For me, that's a lot.
that's a lot. Yeah,
I
no,
know
that's a lot,
yeah,
bro.
I know those big streamers get that, like, every day, but, like, for me, that's insane. So I went kinda crazy over that. For donations, I think, like, $100, which is,
Yeah,
it's a lot
still,
to
yeah,
you
still a
know?
lot too. Yeah, at once though, these are all at
Yeah,
once. Like,
once from one person, right? So I was, really grateful for that.
Loki, we kind of answered all the questions, bro. I swear, if she say something about my hairline or how tall I am, I'm gonna lose it. Cause, dude, I'm 6. I'm 6 foot, and they keep saying that I'm like 5'1". I don't know where they got that information from. It's so wild. Good question. He is short. No, I'm not.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah,
It's,
it was
it's
definitely
great to
good
talk to you.
vibes. Appreciate you, like I said, coming out, yo. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna sign off here. And this is episode 3 of Keeping It 100. Thank you guys again with my boy here, Keyboard Grinder, Winston. Let's get it, my boy. Let's get it, let's get it. And until next time, we will be seeing y'all for episode 4.